Hello and welcome back everyone to the channel. My name is Fury Machine Gaming and we are on a brand new Let's Play. This is the Jack Pine Forest map found on the farmingsimulator.com website. And welcome to the extreme. So let me get up in the air and I'm going to show you guys this first walkthrough is going to be the walk through the map and show you what we're doing and what we're setting up with, and then we're going to go a time lapse. It's going to be 100% time lapse, but I'll record intros and all that stuff to set the time lapse up. Okay, so the rules are for the extreme Let's Play. It's going to be as realistic as we possibly can, and this map is 100% forestry, but it does have a spinnery, an animal dealer, and a sawmill way over there. So even though this is only a 2x map, it's pretty massive as far as I've gotten out and I've driven around all the way over to the sawmill and things on a tractor. So what we've done is, without getting you guys dizzy, I bought this piece of property here. Let me get into the thing. This is the piece of property that I bought. This is what we're going to start with. One piece of property, one tractor, and an auger wagon. And that is it. And if you look up in the corner where all our money is, we start with 0. I did a little research, and this mod called the Bruck's Big Daddy is realistic. It's not named that in real life. Generally speaking, these Brucks will go on to a skid steer or a telehandler, or not a telehandler, or a wheel loader, or even a front of a tractor for that matter. And they grind the trees up right down to the stumps. They grind the whole tree up and they get the wood chips. I didn't think for 1 second that it was going to be realistic, but it was. I also decided to start with, I'm going to do this Dutz Far 9340 Warrior tractor. It is sick. Let me show you guys inside this. I mean, this is absolutely awesome. And it came on the map, so I just kind of started with it. In new farmer mode, you start in, well, actually all game modes, you start with all the tractors and all the things that they give you. If you sell them off, you end up with about 500,000. Now, the lands on this map are extremely cheap. Like the next over is only $31,000 to get it. So buying land won't be the issue. These are also by the makers of Dark Forest, and you guys know how much I love Dark Forest. But, okay, so the rules are we're going to start with this one tractor, the Brucks, and the Kinsey 1051 auger wagon. Now, this Kinsey 1051 auger wagon has been modified by me to fit everything. It will fit, let me show you. Everything, auger wagons, chaser bins. I modified it, as you see. Let me get my mouse out to take everything. So this will fit wood chips. This will fit snow. This will fit everything. And our goal is, now my Brucks I set up to fit 100,000 liters of wood chips, but I'm not going to play it that way. I originally had designed it that way, but what we're going to do is, as soon as this auger wagon's filled, we got to take it all the way over to the wood chip sales, and you'll see, where the heck are we here? All the way over to the sawmill. You see it way over there. Now, the other rule that I have is I am planning on doing a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of terraforming. I'm going to set this up where I want this map to be 100% flat when I'm done. And then I'll terraform some hills where I want them. But I want to make this map as flat as I can. As you see over here, I got my super speed on so I can run. It's pretty much set up the same exact way as Dark Forest, with instead of like an ocean around it, it's got a lake, a river around it, which is kind of a lot better. But I'm going to put some kind of border up here, and we'll set us up so that we can play super realistic. The only realistic mod that I will not have anymore is after Flint Hills. I found out that Flint Hills it was it's an issue that has to be fixed, and I'm not going to keep going on it because I'm on my second map past that. But the manual attach mod conflicts with pretty much every mod that I have, so it's a pain in the butt. So I'm not going to use the manual attach at all. That's the only non-realistic mod that I'm going to have. The tractors, the trailers, the implements, everything will be realistic as far as what you can find in the real world. My other goal is I want several different kinds of tractors for the farm so that we can represent. I don't want one farm that is all one kind of tractor, because that's always how I play and it gets boring. So I have to do one other thing. It's going to be 24-day seasons, and I've decided to go 10x speed, because that's going to be a challenge. Because if I'm running 45,000 wood chips all the way to the sawmill over and over and over again, you know how long that's going to take, which is awesome, because then the days go fast. The other rule I have is one time lapse will equal 1 day. So I'm going to play on 10x speed, I'm going to play for 12 hours. I'm going to start my day every day at 6 o'clock, other than this first day that's on 8:30. But we're going to go from 6 to 6. So if I'm running 10x speed, it's going to take me 1 hour and 12 minutes to do 1 day. So you figure, hang on one second, I got to get a drink of my soda pop because I'm talking. Let me give it 1 second here. Smooth, as they say. Drinking Diet Dr. Pepper tonight. There's no caffeine in it, so I can not clear my throat as much. You know, it's what happens when you decide to do construction in your house and you're constantly dealing with drywall, dust, and you know, I was sitting there thinking, why is my house so dusty? Well, when you remodel a bedroom, the kids have all grown and moved on, so we're remodeling the bedroom. That will be my new game room when we're done, but all the drywall dust, the disadvantages to owning your own construction business for sure. But anyways, so super realistic equipment. Everything will be found in real life. The Stutz Warrior is found in real life. The Brux is found. The Kinsey is found. Everything that you see on this farm will be realistic, tractor-wise, trailer-wise, everything. It also will be realistic animals. In other words, we have the animals on this farm, so I primarily stick with cows, and I'm going to try to get to a certain goal. So if I play for an hour and 12 minutes per episode, it's going to take me 96 episodes to get one full season. So you guys can imagine, I want you guys to start watching the episode and seeing a full day. I did some research and watched some other big YouTubers and talked to them and messaged them, and they said that one of my biggest mistakes was I'm not progressing fast enough. You know, when you start having 4, 5, 6 episodes per 1 day, people get bored. So I want you guys to not get bored. I'm trying to do this for you guys. Trying to keep it as fun as I can. We'll have contests, we'll have giveaways, but this was the reason I chose this first plot is this is primarily flat. And the one thing I do like is the map author put a variety of trees. He's got the big Scottish pine, he's got spruce, and they're all different sizes. So when I watched Farmer Klein's review on the map, I had commented on it at first. I thought, well, it looks a lot like Dark Forest until I got in here and I started walking around. But we own all the way up to the river or swamp, I would assume. I don't know what it is, but we're not going to pay attention to that. Like a lot of map authors out there, they put like weird borders and stuff. I never pay attention to that. I'm not playing to look at the borders. I'm playing to play the game. But like this hill, we're going to come in here. We're going to drive up here with our tractor. We're going to cut the trees down with our Brux. And then I'm going to come in and make that smooth. So the biggest challenge on this map will not be buying land. That is for sure. The land is extremely cheap. But see how there's different kinds of trees? I mean, that's awesome. It's like, so when you play in Dark Forest, you play in Wilhelmina Forest, you're cutting the same trees, and after 28,000 trees, your head explodes. You're like, oh, I don't want to cut anymore. This gives it a variety, and I'm really glad that they did that. Really, really glad that they put a variety in here so that you're not chipping away. Now, this isn't as hard as logging. Like, I don't have to buy a machine and get an auto load truck or worry about loading it. This machine is super easy. You drive right up to the tree, and it cuts the stump down too. But where it's going to be difficult is trying to buy a $200,000 or $300,000 tractor on wood chip pay. I mean, if you realize we're only going to get, let's look at how much wood chips pay on this map. Whoops, let's go one more down here. All right, where are we here? Wood chips are only $94 on hard mode per 1,000. So if I'm sending over 45,000, I'm barely going to make $500, $1,000. So it's going to be fun. Well, no. It's $100 times 45,000 would be 4,500. So it's pretty close to $4,500 per load. Now, if I decide to, I might just fill up the 145,000 and take it down. But we'll see. We're also got a strict, no more than 100 trees in a day. Because that's what we're going to do. Because with this thing here, I could go around and chip up 5,000 trees in a day. Wondered why my dog was making weird noises. Huh, sorry. Didn't mean to go off on that little bit there, but I look over at my dog and he's like, wow. Welcome to Fury's house. But this is, like I said, this is going to be an extreme Let's Play where it's going to be extremely a grind, extremely hard, just kind of like the realistic economy mod in American Truck Simulator, except for that it'll be more interactive. It'll seem a lot better. Also, any factories, Global Company, I have the Global Company mod downloaded, as everybody knows. Any factories that I put will be put in their appropriate areas, such as the sawmill will have anything to do with wood chips. I can only put factories down that only take wood chips, as far as that goes, until I get my own. The other thing I'm going to do, we'll start, let me get a little bit faster. There. Now we can fly around the map and get way up here. See this big hill? Narrow. I'm going to make it flat. Make this all flat. And then we'll decide where we want hills. Like this giant hill over here, flat. So, like I said, the challenge is going to be coming up with like this random building over here is kind of cool. It's just for decoration, but we'll utilize it somehow. But it costs a lot of money to terraform. What's this on the map over here? Oh, this is the sawmill. It's way over. I mean, look at, let me get way up here. See that little tiny building? But I've got to drive the roads. So I've got to drive this. I got to drive all the way around Robin Hood's barn, as my dad would say. Unless this, no, is this goes there. So I got to drive all the roads. I've got to maintain the roads that are here until the trees are cut. Once the trees are cut, then I can make the roads where I want them. I can adjust it and, let's see how far, see if it stops me. Yep. Nope. So apparently, where am I? Am I off the map? Ha! Apparently when you fly, you can go right off the map. Where will I appear? Where will I appear? There. Down there, see? You can go right off the edge of the map. That's kind of cool. When you fly, I'm still learning all these things. Here's the sell point, basic sell point of the map. It's not a lot going on, but with Alien Gems download mods, I'm going to be able to see like these big hunks of hills flat. I'm going to make them gone. I'm going to make all these little hills gone. I want this completely flat. Now, when I'm up here at jet height, 30,000 feet in the air, it doesn't look very big. But trust me, at 10x speed, when we start clearing trees and we start moving around, the other thing you guys will like about this map is it's a low poly map. As you can see, I've got my distance cranked way up, way up, and I'm able to pick up the trees really far away. But right about there is realistic where he's got them. More like there. Right about there is where he's got it set up, which to the ground is not very far. It's 200. So what the guy's done that made the map is he's made it, see, like this giant. Like, I understand there's a challenge. Like, you wouldn't be able to make this much farming if you didn't terraform. But I think he understood the fact of it. I've been on this map a while, and I found out that it's pretty stable. I'm getting I took the FPS lock off because I have it locked at 61 frames, which that's what Giants has it locked off. But I was getting about 235 frames per second on this map for a forestry map. But see what I mean about different heights of trees and different brands of trees? That's just great. I've never seen a map ever that's done that before, ever. Other than maybe an FDR map that he's put in like poplar and stuff, but he generally uses these kind of trees, and he uses like poplar white ones. Or you've seen those people that have come out and put the big giant, like ginormous pine trees, but they make them all the same. This guy or girl, I'm not sure who made it. I want to be politically correct. They've taken the time to make it all different. That's great. So we'll get that. And as you can see, this first day will be from 8:30 till 6 at 10x speed. But then starting tomorrow's day will be, let me sing along here. Tomorrow's day will be 6 to 6. That's what I'm going to work. Here's the spinnery. So if we decide to do sheep, we can do sheep. That's kind of nice. I was going to do the plantation map, the brand new one that just came out. But it doesn't have an animal dealer, and it doesn't have any sell points or anything on it. So it's like you would have to put it all down, which is great. Hey, even No Man's Land started up with an animals dealer. So I think you have to. If you want to call yourself a farming forestry map, then you got to put sell points down. You got to put that stuff down. So this is our animal dealer and our sell point. Our grain sell point, shall we say, and our fuel. But I'm going to try to expand this into some sort of factory area. And then where's my road? I'm trying to try to take you through the roads to the sawmill. Just get you down here a little bit more. I get so used to this flight mode. I really like it. Really like it. Another drink of my soda. As I make weird noises when I'm drinking. But it keeps me from clearing my throat weird. All right, so we're about at the 18-minute mark. I'll just finish this up just in a little bit here, so you guys can get going. But you can see, where am I here? Which way do I have to go? Oh, left. That's a dead end. Still learning it. Still learning the map. This is your road to the sawmill. So I got to drive all the way from my piece of property all the way down here to the sawmill. Yep, we're going to pick the right one. All the way over here. So it's going to take at 10x speed. It's probably going to take a couple in-hour games, in-game hours to get your sell points, or get over here. So I'm assuming this is your log sell point. A lot like Dark Forest. And this is your wood chip sell point inside here. How cool is that? A lot different. So as much as he's made it like Dark Forest, it's different. It's completely different. A completely different map, completely different feel. And I was worried about it. Like I said, when I commented on Farmer Klein's, and I went and I asked the questions if the issues had been fixed. No, that was the plantation. Sorry, wrong map. But I had commented on this one about how it looks a lot like Dark Forest, and it does to a point. But then you get on here, and it completely... Imagine if you could drive this fast. Like 700 miles an hour. It wouldn't take me long at all. And the nice thing about the flight mode is, other than buildings, I can fly through trees. I turned off the collisions so I can zing right through the trees. It's kind of cool. It's like the movie Flight. Like, but when you get to buildings or hills and stuff, it makes you stop. All right, so we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. Let me turn this off here. Off. I can always put it back down to 4. Flight mode off. No super string. Oh, the other thing is we're not doing bales on this map. That's the one other thing. We're going to do silage pits or silage towers, fermenting silos, because in a friend of mine who has a farm out in Wisconsin, they still put all their grass and stuff that they collect into a big tower, and it ferments, and it collects all the methane and all that stuff, and they get rid of it somehow. I don't know how. Would have to ask them. But they still put it in a big tower, so I may do silage towers. But as a realistic farmer, I'm probably going to do a silage pit. So we won't be worried about buying balers. We won't be worried about buying, picking up telehandlers and picking up bales and storing bales. The silage will be used directly out of the silage pit to make TMR, things like that. The only thing I spoke too soon, because I think I've got to make bales for hay and straw. But I think I might just do loose. Let's just do loose and kind of play it off, that because I think people still pick up straw loose, right? I'll have to YouTube it. As I told you guys once before, just if you ever have any questions, just YouTube something. And we're going to go 10x speed, 24-day seasons, as I always do. But I don't go 10x. Sometimes I go 1, sometimes I go 4. This way, 1 full day equals 1 full cycle. So you guys can see me get through 1 full day from 6 in the morning till 6 at night, and doing everything I possibly can in that day. And we'll go from there. And I start with, get up against this, 0 money, as you see. And it is March 12th. You see, it's an awful big tractor. Can I even make that one? This time we're going to go up here. And as always, guys, look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and look out for your families. It's important, and it's important in this day and age, especially with everything going on in the world, to take care of your families. And once again, guys, God bless, and catch everybody on the flip side. I hope you guys all enjoy it, because I'm going to make it as fun as we can. And bada bing, bada boom. Catch everybody on the flip side.